Okay, day 3 of 7 profits. I will tell you about that Knicks-Clippers game from 21 years ago. I forgot yesterday. I'll tell you today before the video's over. Also, day 1 with the intermissions was like hockey style. Yesterday, with the quarters and the halves, halftime was like football style. Today, I'll try to make it baseball style. The thing is, 9 innings in a game that doesn't go into extras, 18 half innings if the home team needs to bat. The 7th inning stretch is after the top of the 7th. So that's after 6.5 innings, so that's 13 halves of innings, the 7th inning stretches. So the full game is 18 halves of innings if the home team needs to bat in the 9th, 17 halves of innings if the home team does not need to bat. So I'll try to come out after 13 17ths of my session, fractions. And the Ravens won yesterday, so I'll film at the kiosk. I think I get $20 in comps. You'll see when I see. Alright, 7th inning stretch time with a twist, calling the game during the 7th inning stretch. So I intended to give you an update 13 17ths into my session. I'm just going to head back to the house. It's kind of slow in there. Yesterday and today were kind of slow, and been playing good hours, so I don't need to play a ton every single day for diamond purposes. Also, it was kind of unlikely I was going to hit the 30-hour mark by tomorrow night for rakeback purposes. I will hit 20 after, like, I think I only need like a half hour, or I might even already be there. I might need like a half hour tomorrow to hit 20 hours. So I'll get the 20-hour level for rakeback purposes. There are 3 games going on in there. I don't know if any of them are full. And I think there are people on every single table with table change requests. Like, there's no great game going on. We had 3 when I first sat. I was on 1 and we broke in like a half hour. Then there were seats open, so I went to another and then transferred once a 3rd game started again. So we had 3 tables, then 2, then 3. Nothing amazing is going on in there. Yeah, so that's going to be about it. I lost $76 in, the numbers on the bottom are right, 76 in like 3.5 hours. Yeah, I don't think it was all that long that I played, but it happens. Sometimes play a while, sometimes not that much, sometimes tons going on, sometimes it isn't. So that is going to wrap up today in the parking garage. I will tell you that Knicks-Clippers game, why I mentioned it in yesterday's video, and why day 1 made me think of it. So that's going to be it. One more scene, and then I'll see everyone tomorrow for day 4. Alright, the reason I mentioned that Knicks-Clippers game, February 4th, 2003, Latrell Sprewell was on the Knicks. And he set the record at the time for the most 3s made in a game without a miss, 9. I think it's been tied since then, but at the time that was the record. Most made 3s with no misses. Because in the day 1 video, I said I went 5 for 5 in my all-in hands. And later that night I was thinking, that might be the most all-ins I've ever won without losing one. It's not that I keep track of it. I can't imagine I've never won 6 all-ins or more in a session, especially back in Wisconsin when I like constantly played between like 12 and 32-hour sessions. But could be the most I ever won without losing one. That's possible. I have no idea, but from now on, every time I win the first all-in of the night, I'm going to keep track. We'll see if I ever get to 6. But yeah, so Sprewell, what was great about that game, only diehard Knicks fans will remember this. He didn't just go 9 for 9. I mean, he did, but there's a little more to it. I think it was the end of the 3rd quarter, and he was like 8 for 8 from 3, and somehow he was very, very aware that he had not missed a 3 yet. And there was like a second left in the 3rd quarter, and the Knicks had the ball inbounding it in the backcourt. So, okay, there's a second left. You inbound it, someone throws up a shot from 75 feet. If it doesn't go in, no downside. If it goes in, awesome. They're inbounding it to Sprewell. Sprewell catches the inbound. He loads up like he's going to shoot from 3/4 court, and at the last instant, he remembers that he has the streak going of only made threes, and he can't afford to miss this three because it'll ruin the streak. So he loads up to shoot, and then just kind of like holds on to the ball and like jumps and lands and like does this travel as time expires in the 3rd quarter to keep the streak intact. Classic Sprewell. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying this content and want even more poker, Las Vegas, and travel content, feel free to sign up to receive my monthly newsletter via my Patreon page. It's $5 a month. There are 3 ways to sign up. You could either type in the link you've been seeing at the bottom of the screen, or you could go to my YouTube homepage and in the center of the screen, click on the link to my Patreon page, or you could go into any recent video of mine, go into the description box below the video, and click on the link to my Patreon page from there. Once you're on the Patreon page, click on Start Free Trial and follow all the prompts. The first 7 days are free. It's $5 a month after that, and you will receive 1 monthly newsletter about everything poker, Las Vegas, and travel related. If you want to see the first one I created, which is free for everybody, feel free to click the link on the top of the screen or the link to the video that's on the screen in the bottom left-hand corner right now.